What's up, Terrifics? Welcome back to your live continuing coverage of E3 on BeTerrific from the Los Angeles Convention Center in Los Angeles, California. I'm Michael Artsis. You're the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. At BeTerrific TV on all social media. Join our Slack chat. Send us great feedback. Connect at BeTerrific.com. That's the address for that. I want to say hello to Jenny, who's watching in our chat room from Finland. I also want to say hello to CJ, Digital Phil. You guys are in Texas. And, of course, from San Diego, California, we've got the Extender. There are many more out there around the world, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Terrifics. But those are the guys who said, hey, we love your E3 coverage. So if you let us know, we love the positive feedback. We'll shout you out. Hope you're enjoying our E3 coverage. We've come to Rebellion Games. I've got Tim Jones here.
Hi.
And how you doing?
I'm doing very well.
You know, it's interesting. I just was so impressed by the game and the artwork. By walking by, I said, we have to get you guys on. And I like doing that. I like finding companies that I don't necessarily know about or I know a little bit about, and I see what you're doing and go, wow, everybody needs to know about this. Some people do, other people don't. Let's make sure everybody knows about it. And that's what happened here. You've got a wonderful team that welcomed us into your home and introduced us to you, and now we're here. Sniper Elite 4 is your newest title.
That's right.
It looks amazing.
Thank you.
The graphics are stunning, and I really like sniper games. Whether I'm playing on mobile or I'm playing on PC or a console, I really like sniper games. I don't know why I like them so much. Do you have any idea?
I think, well, I can't tell you personally why you like sniper games
but I mean,
so much.
you
but
can understand why people would like sniper games.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously it's good for us because Sniper Elite, we're on our fourth iteration of it now because the audience keeps getting bigger and bigger for it. You know, people love what we're doing. And I think there's something about like taking that long shot after a measured target. There's something, personal about it. It's a little bit like more interesting than just, running out there with a machine gun and gunning down people like you do in Call of
I guess
Duty,
that's the thing. To me, there's a real challenge there, and you have to have patience, which I don't have. So it's a real challenge for me across the board. You guys are for console, for PC as well.
Yep.
Tell me about the game.
So Sniper Elite 4, it's obviously our follow-up to Sniper Elite 3. It's set in World War II, 1943, in Italy, which is, a lot of games and media don't really cover the Italian campaign in World War II so much. So it's really exciting for us to be able to explore something a little bit unusual. We've got beautiful landscapes, really varied landscapes, mountains, woodland, monasteries, towns, villages, and it's all huge open environments as well, so the player can choose how they go about it, any which way they choose. It's like a non-linear experience, and if you like sniping, you're going to love Sniper Elite.
How do you pick Italy? Like you said, it's kind of obscure part of World War II, not often talked about, but now you're there.
Well, I mean, it was pivotal to the events of World War II, and it was kind of natural for us because the last game was set in the North African campaign. Again, something that doesn't get covered a huge amount in popular media, but this timeline-wise kind of follows on almost directly after Sniper Elite 3. So our hero, Carl Fairbairn, he's pretty much hopped across the Mediterranean from North Africa into Italy, and that was the point at which there was a real turning point in the war.
Because this is a realistic game, right? And it reflects on history. Do you have history buffs that you have to watch out for that give you a hard time, or people that were in Italy during World War II that say, hey, that's not accurate or this isn't accurate? Do you worry about that like films worry about continuity?
Oh yeah, no, I mean we pay strict attention to the detail of everything from being as faithful and accurate as we can to the history of what was going on, to the detail on the weapons themselves, what was available and how they perform and the ballistics. It's
no, I was going to say, so you're even paying attention to how the ballistics perform, which is amazing, and calculating that into the game. It's like coupling the History Channel with this. And then, the scopes seem pretty accurate to me, and I don't know that much about World War II weapons, but you're also very limited by what scopes and guns you can use. So it must be challenging across the board. You got to make it fun. It's got to be accurate. And then you've got to have, like you said, the trajectory of the bullet, what affected it, what outside influences affected it, wind, and all these things could have affected it, humidity. that you wouldn't necessarily have from other kinds of weapons today. That's a lot of research.
Well, yeah, it's a balance that we have to strike, but it's worth it. I mean, our fans are like often the first ones to tell us if they spot something that they think isn't quite right. But we have so many like enthusiasts on the team, a Rebellion, about like the history of World War II and weaponry. We've got ex-military people as well. We've got links with the Royal Armouries in England, where they've been invaluable in helping us to really understand the weaponry of World War II, even down to like taking us onto the shooting ranges to actually shoot the World War II sniper rifles themselves, so we can really understand what it feels like and how they perform.
I was going to ask you, do you get a chance to shoot these weapons? Do you get a chance to feel like what it is to be a sniper in these situations? Do you look through the scopes? Do you take pictures? And I guess you do.
Yeah. I mean, we get all the reference we possibly can. We're very privileged to be able to get that kind of access to that kind of stuff. And it's really pretty hard.
I bet it is.
They're heavy.
And it's a lot to keep track of, too, because you could miss one little thing, and then if you miss it, you're going to get, the audience is going to be very upset with you. So you really have to pay attention. I mean, I guess that's part of your responsibility, right?
Yeah, it's a responsibility, but it's also kind of a privilege, and it's nice to be able to, show people, to some extent, show them things that they might not have known about the detail of World War II or the weaponry.
And I guess it's kind of a lesson in not only perseverance and really doing your research and your homework, but it's also a lesson in asking the question, can I do this? Because if you don't ask that question, you maybe don't get to go fire the weapon. And if you don't lean on your relationships and find the right people and get to the right people to be able to look through the scopes and test the guns, then you don't do it, and the game's not as realistic.
Sure, and we're always looking for every way we possibly can to, make the game better, whether it's from a research point of view or from making it more fun, or new mechanics or new environments we can get into. It's we're always looking for ways to improve it.
How'd you get involved in Rebellion?
Wow, I've been a Rebellion for nearly 20 years now.
Wow.
So I started a Rebellion.
You grew up there, basically.
Yeah. I probably spent probably half my life there. I came there after university, and games have always been my passion, and so I was very privileged to find the position, and and Rebellion's grown over the years, and I've grown with it.
If somebody said 20 years ago, if you went to somebody and met them and they said, "What do you do for a living?" You said, "I make video games," they would have thought you were crazy.
Well, yeah, when I first started, I had no idea you could actually have a job making video games. It was not something that even occurred to me. I feel very fortunate indeed.
Wow, that's very, very cool. And then I imagine you've risen up the ladder.
Well, sure, yeah. I'm head of creative at Rebellion now.
That's pretty cool.
I get to work on all our titles, and it's a real thrill. We've got phenomenal teams of the most talented people, and it's a joy.
That's excellent. And tell me about Rebellion. How did Rebellion start?
It was started by the brothers Jason and Chris Kingsley. They started making games in their bedroom, and they started the company, and they've grown it to what it is. And they're still there, still passionate about everything we do, and they work directly with us on everything. And it's a passion project for them as much as it is for us.
What was their first game?
Wow. What was their very first game? Well, probably our first big well-known hit isn't our first game, but the first well-known hit that they had was Aliens vs Predator on the Atari Jaguar, which was a huge hit for that platform.
Absolutely. But when you talk about making a game in their bedroom, all I can think of is maybe they made something like Pong or Snake or something like that. Could they have made really decent games in their bedroom, and that's how it grew?
Well, yeah, back then you were talking the old home computers. The games were a lot more simple back then. But but then you can make games these days in your bedroom as well. Whether if you're working on mobile or other platforms. It's a lot more open to everybody to make games these days, and it's an exciting time to be a game developer.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I like that. And where's the company today? Where are you guys located?
We're based in Oxford in the UK.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, that's Tim Jones. We're going to take a look at some VR. We're going to take a quick break and take a look at some VR.
Sure, please do.
I would love to. Battlezone. So we're going to take a look at one of the other titles. It's some VR. You know, we love VR. You love VR. So we'll take a quick break. We'll take a look under the hood of VR and something new called Battlezone. We'll be back with a whole lot more right after this. It's Rebellion Games. That's Tim Jones. I'm Michael Artsis. You're the Terrifics. Live from E3. Your continuing coverage. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.